Where did you come from?
It was there, yeah. I got to do this. My time I just jacked up. I don't know. Are we blurry? Are we blurry? How are you?
Good.
Watching the news, don't know nothing really peaceful.
Yeah.
Good, yeah. Sounds good. Hey, you know what I did though? Daggone it, Jeff! I did it again. I did it again. Daggone it. Did it again. Hold on now. Hold on.
Are you pranking me again?
No, I'm not pranking you again. Forgot to hit this button over here. Hold on. Daggone it.
I thought I was the one that hasn't been here for a while.
No. Here I come. Here I come. Not too far.
I want to confront you here in a minute, but go ahead.
About what?
No. Do your little opener.
Hey guys, hey, welcome to Sober Talk. You're here because you want to get sober, you need to get sober, or perhaps you're just sober curious. Whatever the reason may be, we're glad you're here. And so how do you know if you have a drug problem or drinking problem? It's real easy if it causes problems. I've quit drinking many times, 3 months, 6 months, a year, even went 2 years, but I always just quit, Jeff. I never fix myself.
Let's cut the crap. This mic smells like perfume. You've been cheating on me since I've been gone, haven't you?
Yeah, Brian. Brian Bigger. Brian.
My seat's a different height.
The seat's a different height.
I'm smelling. Someone's been using the mic.
Yes. We had a pro come in, just so I want the audience to see what real Brian Biggerstaff was here.
I actually watched some of them there. You had a couple of great guests.
Yeah, James that was in. He was good. We had a guy from. Did you see the guy from?
Oh, speaking of, I got a buddy.
We can call.
No. I'm serious. Well, it's a service. It's a friend of the month club. But he's got. No, his little brother has a hermit crab.
Yeah.
And he said we could call him tonight and talk all about how he picks up and carries his hermit crab. And it's almost as exciting as the guest you had when I was gone.
Well, is he a drug addict or alcoholic?
He's 7, but I think so. He's pretty attached to his blanket.
Yeah,
so.
I knew I remember when we brought my daughter home, and she's like 3 days old. This is my daughter Mackenzie, and she's gay, but that's okay. It's okay. And
driving down here tonight, obviously the news, everyone's some people say we're going crazy, but regardless, these were, you always hear people say perfect excuse to drink or whatever.
Yeah.
A good game, a bad game, good day, bad day, work, whatever, any reason. But things like the news, like tonight, that would have, for me, that was a reason. It wasn't an excuse to drink. It was a reason to drink because, there was a lot of stress in my life looking at anything in the news. So I was actually, good news or bad news, if it was controversial, that was a reason. I thought it was
a trigger.
Well, it wasn't that. It was like a freebie that I could justify drinking, because I was so upset because of what was going on in the world or whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that's any excuse. Like someone said on the show, wow, if you're a lot of people are concerned. My Democratic friends are concerned. My Republican friends are concerned. People who are concerned about me wearing this Stiller shirt.
Well, you know what? We all want to be at the same spot. We're all looking for health, wealth, and happiness. And some people say to go around the mountain this way. Some say go around this way. But we all are looking for the same spot. So that's what I want to. I don't know. Try and keep it that way.
Yeah. I'm in a good place. I think it's a tad stressful. My wife and daughter are down at the beach, so my son and I are just kind of, I take him. We get up at 6 a.m. I take him to work, and I go back and I pick him up at 2, and just trying to
fire department called. They think they got the flames down pretty good by the time you get home, and should be okay. So not to worry.
So let's see who's here. We've got.
How'd you do on the holidays, real quick?
The holidays, I did. Didn't do nearly as much heroin as I usually do.
Good.
And like last Christmas, that was Let's see. Let's say someone's texting, probably telling me that they can't hear us, or something. Oh yeah, Tom Birch, my buddy Tom B is watching us sober talk, and thanks for tuning in, Tom. Um, Tom's a dear friend of mine for many years, and one day I'd like to have him on the show. I don't know if he has a drinking problem or addiction problem, but
I'd like to hear what it's like having a buddy like you that when
you just
what
like
a
what's like being my friend.
what a sober
You'll never
person
know.
dealing with
You'll never know.
with a friend that has a drinking problem.
All right, so right out of the gate, we have. I want to call this guy. This guy really. Uh, I'm anxious to hear what he has to say. I don't know this guy. We've never spoken with him. His name is Kyle, and I want to see what Kyle has going on. He said he's been through has some struggles, and we'll see what they're like. And hey, Kyle.
Yes,
Hey, Kyle, it's Tom Mabe and Jeff Graham from Sober Talk. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing. What part of the world are you in? Where we call it?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. We have some, yeah. Daryl, the Darjack.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's from Wisconsin. Old
Yep.
Darjack. It's
Yeah, I know Darjack or Kyle doesn't like your shirt. I'll tell you that much.
Kyle doesn't care for my Stiller shirt. So Kyle, tell us about yourself. Are you struggling right now? Are you on and off drinker, on and off drug user? What's your story, buddy?
So I'm an on and off drinker.
Okay.
Drugs were never an issue for me. It's always alcohol.
Gotcha.
And it's over the last couple years now, it's gotten really out of hand. It's cost me lots of things. Jobs, my health, and also legal issues. So I don't know. I just figured that it's time I should maybe admit that something's going on and I should do something about it.
When did you start drinking and when did it become a problem?
So I'm 31 years old. I started drinking. I drank, in high school, on the weekends and stuff, and then it kind of turned into every single weekend. And a few years went by, and then it turned into every night. And now in the last couple of years, it's an everyday. Basically, as soon as you wake up, they're drinking.
It's progressive, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We were talking. I was trying to determine when it went from fun to no longer fun.
Right.
And I don't know when that day was, but
Yeah, I always say, Kyle, we drink to deal with problems, and all of a sudden, before you know it, the drinking becomes a bigger problem than the problems you were trying to push back.
Absolutely.
And
so then you drink to drink out away the drinking problems.
And then there's sometimes that you feel like you're going to be sick or die if you don't drink. And the one thing that's going to make you feel better is the one thing that could kill you. I know Brian posted something on our private group there saying that drinking to make you happy is like burning down, is catching your house on fire to get warm.
I saw that. That's so true.
Yeah,
so
I saw that too.
So what are you drinking when you do drink?
Hard liquor, and it's that's something that's kind of progressed. It used to be just beer, and then I went to hard liquor for a while, then back to beer, and then it went back to hard liquor, and just never went back.
So many people, Kyle, you hear that their solution for drinking when they're drinking the hard stuff is to switch.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
that
I did that for years. No more bourbon for me. I would say I don't drink anymore. Yeah, you drink? Well, no, just beer.
Right. Yeah.
Like that.
No, it's the. Are you still drinking, Kyle? Are you sober right now? I mean, I don't mean this moment. You talking?
No, I still drink every now and then.
Okay.
Every now and then. So how often? Be honest. And like when you say every now and then, is it every other day? A little bit every day? Once a week, or what?
Every other day, more close to it.
How are you when those days when you're not drinking? Because I can't do that. I tried the moderation, and I was mentally ticked off at the world. I physically had like a knot in my stomach. I could feel it through my body when I couldn't do that. I don't know. I don't I just could not do that. There
No,
were days when
same
I was
here.
not drinking. I was miserable. I was in pissy mood, and
When I met my biological father, I was like 19 or 20, and I had just started drinking. And I said, "Hey, did you drink?" He goes, "Tommy, on my side of the family, you drink or you don't drink." And that's when I knew that was me. There was no moderation. There was no drinking on the weekends. It was I drink or I don't drink.
so how are you on those days when you don't? Because I can't do that.
Well, clearly it doesn't work out that great because I only go about a day, and then I'm back to drinking. I feel like crap.
But you can enjoy
Yeah.
that day. You're not squirrely in your head, or the night.
No, it's not really a good day. I'll be kind of lazy. Um, I don't do much. I'll feel sick, and I think that's what leads me back to
Yeah.
drinking again. Is because until I do, I'm
For
just
me,
like garbage.
if I was going to do that, those days of not drinking would have been a hellacious effort of white knuckling it, and it's just that's more work than I wanted to do. That I just it is not a fun process for me.
And I could tell you, Kyle, is that when you do, what's the longest you've gone without drinking? And how long has that been?
So the longest that I went without drinking would have been back in 2013 or 14, and it's because I had to. I had to do 28 days of home arrest, and that was the longest that I went without a drink. And the day that I got off, I went right to the bar and started it back up again.
I
feel stupid for it because, I was 28 days in. Why didn't I just keep doing it? But at that
You were
time, I didn't really
celebrating,
think.
and you were young too.
Well,
It's hard.
yeah,
It's hard when you're young.
I didn't want.
When-
I did not want to quit.
I went 18 years, and the first 18 years. And see what I did there?
Yeah, that was great.
All right. Thanks. I'll be nothing.
Kyle, a buddy I knew from AA who's down south. He had 1 year mandatory rehab.
I thought it was really funny.
It's delayed. We're on a time delay. That's why the laughter's
laughter
going to come.
It's going to come tomorrow.
Any second, it's going to kick in. But he went 365 days mandatory. In rehab. The day he got out, he said he had it licked. The day he got out, he was walking home, and he stopped at a liquor store and started drinking.
Wow.
On his way home from a year.
Because he did not have any tools.
Exactly.
He had nothing.
Or he didn't want to drink. I've talked to people that say, I need to drink, but I still if you still enjoy it and are having fun, I wouldn't have quit at that point.
Yeah, but Kyle said his health issues. He's been to jail. Did you have any relationship issues or anything due to alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, of course.
What kind of? Let's start with the health. What happened with the health?
Well, I just don't take care of myself. I don't eat properly. I've lost a significant amount of weight in the last year and a half.
Did you say you gained or lost weight in the last year and a half?
Lost weight.
Huh. When's the last time you gotten blood work and things like that? And Laura's watching; she could chime in. Our resident nurse. When's the last time you had blood work and had just a good checkup and was honest with your doctor?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Have you gotten anything back from the doctor? Did he say anything about your triglycerides or anything, or have you gotten the results back from any blood work?
Yeah, my potassium is extremely low.
So you have to drink banana daiquiris. That's potatoes, right? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's their biggest concern is the potassium level.
Look over there. The laughter's around here somewhere. Just keep looking. You'll find it. Yeah, that
Bring it on. Sorry. Kyle, I want you to stop drinking, buddy. You're 31. That's a good age to stop. But you need to. I don't think you need to stop by yourself. You need to let your doctor know and be honest with your doctor and say, "Hey, this is how much I'm drinking every other day. I'm drinking." When you do drink hard, how much are you drinking when you do? Are you passing out? Or give me an idea of how much you're drinking.
Basically till I pass out, or way more than anyone should be.
Yeah.
I remember
Been there, done that.
Yeah, I remember forcing myself. Here, this is you want some real alcohol talk right here. I remember taking sleep aids so it would limit, so I would pass out from the sleep aids and it would limit how much I would drink.
I would do caffeine so that I could stay up longer to keep drinking more because there was some good movies on or whatever the case may be,
I
and
would
I
put
didn't want to.
I would put bourbon in my coffee.
I,
Ooh.
I was strictly a beer guy. That's all I did. But
Oh, jeez, I drank. Bourbon controlled me. I controlled beer. That's a thing. So you would drink till you pass out.
Yep. And like I said, it got much worse about 2 years ago because I went through a bad part of my life and I didn't really know how to deal with it, and I still don't. It's still hard. And right now I am in what you would call like a sort of like a rehab center kind of deal. It's not like a rehab center. Like twice a week we have meetings, but they're over Zoom, so we don't get to actually like go in.
I like
See
the Zoom
anyone
meetings.
face-to-face.
Do you have a sponsor? Are you doing anything? Are you learning why you drink? Drinking is just a symptom of your restlessness, irritable, and discontent. And if you watch the show enough, you've heard me say that. I say at least once a show. But the drinking is, once you stop drinking, that's still there. So you got to figure out how to deal with, your restlessness, irritable, and discontent. So until you do that, you're going to want to self-medicate through alcohol or something to hit that brain with some dopamines. So have you? Or
Yeah.
the question was, have you tried some kind of organized program, be it AA or some kind of intensive outpatient, anything? Have you tried anything like that?
No, to be honest with you, the class or the Zoom meetings that I do twice a week, that's kind of the first step that I've ever done to actually take control of any stuff. I'm gonna have to do it anyways because I'm still in legal trouble, so that's gonna come anyways. I just figured I'd get it out of the way before I even have to.
When I was 31, I had no desire to quit drinking. Now that I'm 56, I wish so bad I had quit when I was 31.
Jeez Louise, me too.
It's I look at how much
Time wasted, money
time
wasted,
wasted. Oh God.
full potential.
Oh,
It robs you. Kyle, it's robbing you of any kind of life. Where do you live with your parents? You live out, you got your own place? Do you work? Well, tell me about your personal life.
Right now I live alone by myself.
Okay.
And currently not working. I typically work in agriculture or farming, and usually around this time of the year, we're laid off, not really a whole lot going on. And so I thought maybe this would be a perfect time for me to kind of focus on.
Yeah, but Wisconsin in the wintertime is cold, and you want to warm up. But you have to get involved right now. If you're looking at Laura, says Kyle, please open that conversation, get help.
Yeah.
You know why I know Kyle is close, because if you can be laid off, living on your own, no accountability. When I quit, I had people looking over me left and right, watching every move I made, which was great. I needed that just as insurance to keep from drinking.
Yeah.
If I had been on my own in an apartment by myself and would have been able to get away with murder, I don't know if I could have done it. People say, Jeff, hey man, you coming up on, I'm at 11 months now, and it's like, wow, that's great. It was the people that need to be the people that are living alone and doing it by themselves. Those are the ones that deserve the credit. That is a road to hell.
So what about? Let me ask you this: what about? Do you have Medicaid or health insurance or anything?
Yeah, I do for just basic like emergency stuff, which is good because I suffer from kidney stones. I get them typically like once a year, so that's why I got blood drawn just in the last 2 weeks because I just had one. So I have insurance for that stuff, but it turns out the more that they try to go into it, when I try to do my follow-ups with the doctors, that is not covered by my current insurance. So I'm kind of working on trying to get that changed as well.
I'll tell you, if you can get into a program, I mean, I think shows like this, support groups are fantastic, but I had to get into I went into rehab, and that was mandatory for me. Uh,
And you didn't do it. You didn't do like a 28-day thing. You did like a
I
seven
did a 7, yeah,
7 day,
and
which
that
is nothing. Which is nothing.
but I also had a situation where I had a lot of accountability at home. I had people waiting to not grab me, but were there to be with me at every moment. Other than when I was at work, obviously, which was
Right.
still a little bit of a gamble for me.
Yeah.
But uh, that was mandatory for me.
Well, I think the takeaways from this, Kyle, is that you have to stop because if you're having health issues now and you're getting, things are popping on your blood work and you're drinking until you're passing out, it doesn't get better. You think you're self medicating your brain. Your brain is getting. If you want to talk about your brain and alcohol, just talk to Carl Martin on the group. Join our private group, and you have to. You spent years. How old were you when you started drinking?
Uh, I guess like drinking heavily, probably 18, 19.
Gotcha, gotcha. Wow. Well,
At a
staying.
pretty young age, but
Yeah.
it got out of control. Obviously, in my late 20s, and that's when it started to. I was just basically on a road where I didn't really care about things anymore.
Yeah.
Dig,
I didn't
listen to
see any.
people, talk to, read, whatever, and information because
Buy my
at
comedy
31,
CDs.
man,
My CDs really seem to help.
no, that drives you too, Dig. Not helps. That's we don't want the man
I'm,
to.
I'm just, I think, dude, it's been a rough day, and I deal with. You know how much I'm going to get some. You gotta quit laughing. You gotta quit joking around about this. Uh,
Hey, I've cried enough.
yeah, right.
I need to laugh now and then.
We're not a glum lot.
No.
Uh, so
I hear that. I hear that.
well, buddy, best of luck to you, and I really, really wish the best for you, and yeah, I think that Zoom meeting thing you're doing, I don't know what it is, but I think it's a good start. It's definitely, if you do it on a regular basis, like we do this just about every night during the week, and it holds us accountable, and all of our
Mm-hmm.
friends on this page on Sober Talk Live on Facebook, that it's a little community, and we do better when we hunt and as a pack when we try to stop. When we try to do stuff by ourselves, it's not as successful, and there's plenty of tests to prove that. So when we do, it's much easier when we have a group of people holding each other accountable.
I get more motivation and more strength when I'm talking with someone like Kyle, just another drunk, versus talking to a doctor that's never had a drinking problem.
Yeah, yeah,
That's going
we
to tell
talked
you
about
what.
that.
Yeah, it's just I would rather talk to. I guess my uneducated friends are more educated as far as drinking and what's in all the emotions and everything with that than any doctor.
Yeah, Kyle,
Yeah,
appreciate you, brother. Okay,
I appreciate you guys too
Good talking to
for
you.
yeah. Thanks for letting me come on. Thanks
no
for giving me
worries.
a
We'll
call.
have
I
you
really
back on.
appreciate it.
See you, buddy.
See you, bye.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Nice guy.
He is, and it's just you just. I wish I could go back when I was 31, and what I would say to myself would be, is the stuff I didn't realize until I was 56. Like you
Yeah.
said, the time wasted. So,
Jeez Louise. I remember when there's a documentary about David Cassidy for the Partridge Family. He had lied about it. He said he got so bad. He said, "Oh, I got dementia. I got out." He never stopped drinking. He finally came
mhm.
clean toward like 2 days before he died. And in his last words, he says, "So much wasted time. So much wasted time." Hey guys, real quick, I need to give a shout out to our sponsor, is Kentucky's Best Hemp. They have a website. It's kysbesthemp.com. kysbesthemp.com. I talked to them today. I'm a big believer in CBD. Relaxes me for anxiety. I can't talk much about it. Google it and see how it can help you. But if you do, upon checkout, if you do buy anything from kysbesthemp.com, upon checkout, use promo code TOM30. That's promo code TOM30. And you can see there on the TV, kysbesthemp.com. and you'll get 30% off your order. So that's
Heard
cool.
good stuff about it.
Yep. So what's going on with you? You've been you went to California. This is your first time
Yeah,
back down. Yeah.
went out there for a week, and they're the lockdown's pretty tight out there. I was out there with the COVID stuff. I saw my best friends. One I saw for about a couple hours at his place. The other one I saw, we had dinner in my dad's car because you can't outside. So it was tough. I was away from my family for 9 days, and I'll tell you, to be in a hotel room where I could have gotten away with murder,
Yeah.
had a mini mart on either side of me, the COVID lockdown, everything else,
It was.
and to not drink, I'm doing pretty damn well.
Yeah. You
My
could have like, you know what?
oh my God.
I'll buy the beer now. It's 3 hours difference in
Yep.
California. We'll wait till Elizabeth goes to bed so she won't be able to hear. If she calls me,
Oh yeah.
yeah, she won't call me. Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it. I want to ask you guys. Daryl says it's freezing, but how bad is it freezing? Is it a normal freezing or just like freezing really bad for like 2 minutes, guys? I'm curious about the video.
I saw it the other night, the second night, and it was like a 1 or 2 second,
Yeah, yeah,
and that was it was dealable, but definitely noticeable.
yeah. So yeah, we'll get to the bottom of it one day. It's a Facebook thing. It's not us. I've had the tech folks in here, and
Talk with Kyle about the different programs. With someone actually in the airport out in Sacramento. Guy found out I was in recovery or whatnot. We started talking. He said that he tried, and I
that's
I think he bought the book and put it under his pillow and just hoped for osmosis. Because I asked him what part of it didn't work.
yeah, like,
It didn't work. And
what steps? Tell me the steps. Oh, I don't know the.
well,
powerless.
I can. A hammer doesn't build a house. A hammer will help you build a house, but it doesn't do the work for you. It's something you use, but I still got to do the work and swing that thing.
I didn't open up. I've had so many big books, and I didn't really open one up in years until July.
You're not very tall. You're sitting on two of them
I
right now.
know.
Aren't you? Yeah, so.
Let's call John real quick, see if he picks up. I put on a. Let me see if we got this guy here. I have no idea who our guests are. Kyle, I've never
Yeah.
spoken with Kyle. I don't know
I'd love
anything
to
about
follow
him.
up with him.
Oh, and we will. We will. Ted Watson says it's not freezing at all on his end. Okay.
I thought you were talking about the weather at first.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
a little slow.
Your call has
Daryl's in Wisconsin, so that could be. You weren't here while you were out of town. I had a special guest co-host, and I want to chat with CJ. And
Yeah, I heard the reviews were horrible.
they're not nearly as good as you
No,
were.
they were great. I saw a bunch of the shows.
Yeah. CJ,
Hello.
hey buddy, it's Tom, and the guy next to me. How are you? It's Jeff.
CJ,
Hey, guy.
So, did you cave? Where are you? Last time I talked, you said like 14 days or something like that.
I haven't even been counting the days no more, man. It was from December 16th. So however many days that is.
that's fantastic.
Wow.
Yep.
So
And
you
it's getting
not
easier,
go to,
man,
did you went to the doctor and got some meds though, right, to help you count a little bit, or did you not?
I tried that clonidine for a little bit, but it didn't work out. It didn't work for me. Didn't mesh with me the right way. So got away from that.
Okay.
And then, yeah, just white knuckled it after that. But it I only had cravings from about 4 o'clock in the afternoon until basically bedtime, and those have gotten smaller and smaller. So
What
it's,
do they say? The physical cravings last for
6-7 days.
6-7 days. Okay, and then after that, it's
No,
just
willpower, yeah.
well, it's when I in college I chewed tobacco because I was cool. And
Yeah.
made me sick as a dog, but I stuck with it till I could be with the cool guys until I was good and hooked. But the physical addiction of it, when I was eating a meal, I wasn't craving it at that moment. I didn't think about it when I was eating, but the minute I was done and my butt hit the truck to drive somewhere, suddenly that craving. If it was a
Nah.
true physical, it would have been, you know, regardless of what I was doing. But
Yeah.
I think so much of it was in my head, and I know for me with alcohol, there is the physical, and I know if I have a beer, there definitely a physical reaction happens with me.
Let's talk. He said
But
something about
Yeah.
self-will. He said something about self-will. Willpower.
Mhm.
Willpower. But speaking on the same thing that you were just talking about, one thing I did notice today was I don't stop at convenience stores very often, but today I did, and I needed something to drink, and all I did was drink bourbon and Coke, Jimmy and Coke. So I went in there and I realized today that I haven't drank a Coke since the 16th either. So
That's
and I didn't even realize that until today. So
Well, there's going to come.
I guess.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just want to remind people that
No,
there's going to come a time, like right now, you're getting it out of your system, you whiten up a time where you need to work some kind of structured program. And with me, it was turning it over to a higher power. I know a lot of people are like, I don't know about this God thing or whatever, but mine was the universe, God and the universe. So not trying to get too AA on you, but self-will, you're going to be challenged. Something's going to happen in your life, and you're going to go, God, screw this.
Yeah.
CNN or something, or
Mhm.
there's going to be an earthquake or something crazy. Oh God, I need that bourbon and Coke. And but
For sure.
So I would encourage you to. I've just, like I said, I quit 2 years, and you quit 9 years.
9 years on my own. I was looking back. I was probably pretty unhappy when I look back. I didn't think I was at the time. But I know I was letting a lot of things really mess with me and mess with my head that caused me to lose a lot of sleep. I was not doing it right.
You think you got a better coper now?
Oh yeah, there's just going through this past election, so many things that just had me. I couldn't let stuff go, and now I
Right.
do. It's just what. I can worry about what's going to happen next Monday for the next 4 days, and that's not going to affect a thing about
future
what's going
casting.
to. Yeah, it's not going to, and I can't change what happened yesterday on now, and I don't have it mastered, but I'm getting better at it, and at least I can realize,
Right.
man, Jeff, you're worrying about if the weather's going to be nice when you want to go, have people over for an outdoor cookout on Sunday. I
Right.
can worry till I'm blue in the face. It's not going to change the weather. It's
I was touring the RAC treatment facility in Mount Washington, Kentucky here, and they had something on the wall, and I just stopped and looked at it. It says, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. And wow, that's good.
Yeah,
Our minds screw
and
the hell out of stuff.
Something I saw, worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like rocking in a rocking chair. So.
And I'm
Yep.
worried. I got Mr.
Most
Worry.
definitely.
Yeah, I just so bad. But I'm getting better at it. I am getting better. And I tell you, those steps are great.
It's direction, not destination.
Direction.
As long
I
as
like that.
as long as my arrow's pointing in the right
Yeah.
way. Or the other corny one is if you fall, as long as you fall forward, you're still making progress.
Yeah. What was that?
There you go.
Thank you very much. You guys.
Mr. Castleman says a righteous man will fall 6 times and a righteous man will get up 6 times. So, well, brother, congrats to you. I just wanted to touch base and see. So he did it was December 18th, you said?
16th.
16th.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Let's just call it the 17th. So we just sort of meet me halfway on that. Oh, CJ, that's really good news.
CJ, how was
Yeah.
like Christmas Eve was that would have been only a weekend. That would have been brutal for me. How?
Well, so it was just me and my immediate family with the COVID and all that kind of stuff. Now, if we'd had a house full of people, I probably would have been somewhere else. But no, it was fine. It was just me and the wife and the kids. So Christmas was actually a little bit worse, and then my birthday is New Year's Eve. And surprisingly enough, man, we had a couple that came over and just kind of played some spades and played some cards with us, and
and it was actually easier than Christmas. So
That's
New Year's Eve and being your birthday is kind of double whammy. But yeah, it's getting easier every day. Like the urge and the just even thinking about it, it doesn't cross my mind as much. So
My Christmas Eves, looking back, it makes me sick. But I was Chevy Chase when he gets locked in the attic and starts watching old movies and tears up. That Christmas Eve, put the kids to like
listen to that Ray Charles song, "The Spirit of Christmas." I love that.
But I'd put on like what's the one with Jimmy Stewart? It's a Wonderful Life. The kids go to bed, putting gifts out. Just by myself, watching that, drinking beer, I'd get all emotional and thinking about it. Just pathetic. It was just that was bad.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard this earlier, but there's a meme floating around on our Sober Talk page, and it says, "Drinking to be happy is like catching your house on fire to get warm." It's just not going to make you. You think it's making you happy, but it's going to kill you. It's going to burn you.
Yeah.
It's going to, yeah.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. My wife's been doing it with me. She's got, I don't know exactly how many days. She was about 4, or I think she was about a week after I was.
And did and I'm not trying to embarrass her, but did she drink was she quite a drinker too? Did y'all drink together quite a bit?
I mean, she would have drinks with me at night, but she wasn't even, she was at best 15%, and I was 85.
I see. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Elizabeth would, my wife would say, because I was such a drinker by myself and hid my drinking and loved to be in the basement or the garage watching TV, tinkering on a remote or anything. But she had said, I would love it if you would just drink with me for everyone. It's like the pace that I would drink with her was not the pace I drank alone.
Yeah, she would make a glass of wine last an evening.
And I didn't, so I would be drinking not the way.
It's almost like somebody else is subconsciously holding like something over you just to kind of keep you on the same even keel.
When I was in control, when I drank in control, I didn't drink how I wanted to drink, and when I drank how I wanted to drink, I sure as hell wasn't in control.
Yeah.
It was I did my social my drinking pace around other people was completely different than the pace by myself.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
I just can't get away from people for some reason, so I always have people around. But it depends on who it is as well. Just being the fantasy football league guys, it's a lot different than it is. Being at home.
So when you do go hook up with the buddies, have you hung out with some buddies now who are drinkers and you're not drinking?
I have.
How's that going?
It's been fine, man. Everybody's been super respectful about it. They're like, I had one guy that came up and he was obviously, really pretty good. This was before. This is actually, I think this is like December 20th, so it goes back a little bit further. Went over to a buddy's house, and he's got, pool table, ping pong table, the whole kit and caboodle. So there was about 10 of us over there, and one of the guys was a little bit, tipsy, and he goes, "Come on, man, do a shot with me." But I mean, any other day, within the exception, I've been, sober for like less than a week, at that point. So for him to say that, it wouldn't be that uncommon. But no, I mean, other than that, everybody was super respectful. Like, the folks that knew, obviously, a lot of people have seen the show that I know. So, it's been, like I said, it wasn't really hard for me. I mean, when they started getting sloppy when I couldn't deal with it no more.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Well put. That happens.
I'm fine with you until you turn into,
they get embarrassing.
Not funny and loud. And that's when I say
well, when we go to Roosters or Buffalo Wild Wings or what's that place up there, Beef O'Brady's, and we would, when I stopped drinking for the 2 years, and I'm like, God, they're embarrassing me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, Grandma.
Yeah,
well, I gotta go.
There's, and I told when people are new, I understand it, but when I was out in California, my one buddy's his wife had said, I guess we shouldn't drink while Jeff's here. And he said, no, that would tick him off, which is true.
Yes.
I don't want to be around people that are not drinking because of me.
I told you on Christmas Day, my sister was freaking out. We went over her house on Christmas morning after, And she's, oh my God, I got to put the bourbon balls on. She made bourbon balls like the night
Yeah.
before. Like I'm going to go eat them
Yeah.
all real quick.
Yeah, those
got,
are.
like,
I mean, I know some things when you have like like a bourbon glaze, it it cooks off the alcohol, so you're good with that. But I assume that actually
It's not
has
going to be
the
a trigger. I think
alcohol.
bourbon balls are going to trigger me.
Some people, I know a guy can't do whipped cream that had vanilla extract in it because there's alcohol in vanilla extract. And I don't see how anyone could. I mean, that's like the princess and the pea as far as I'm concerned.
I'm the same way with vodka.
Yeah, well, it's like, do you not use mouthwash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because at some point, some of it's going to absorb through your cheek too.
Well,
so
there were
it's not
people
real, unrealistic.
There's people that drink that stuff. And when I
No, I get it. Yeah, but it just doesn't. I mean, dude, but that's I guess kind of the weird part about it is like eat one of those versus
Yep.
or having not eating a vanilla bean or vanilla extract because it has an itty bitty little bit, and then not do you not use mouthwash? Kind of like I guess a catch-22. I guess is that the term?
Oh no,
but,
yeah,
exactly. It's just like at some point like I couldn't drink a non-alcoholic beer. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, James calls that mental masturbation. Just like you're just teasing yourself, like, all right, I'm just going to cave. I'm going to cave.
When I
right, but it's almost like you're granting yourself permission in advance. Like at some point down the road, even if it's 3 weeks or a month or 2 months, you're already saying, I'll be good at some point to go back and have a drink. That's what you're doing. You're setting yourself up for it.
I had to just wipe it out. When I got out of rehab, I went on Antabuse, which is the stuff that
makes you throw up, right? Makes you sick.
Hurl. And I have no idea if it works, but just taking it was enough insurance to make me not want to find out.
I was going to say, I was wondering if it was brutal or not.
I've heard it is, but it was I didn't want to find out, but they said if you're taking Antabuse, even just like rinsing with Listerine or some of those, the alcohol in it'll mess with you. So there was questions about using. Yeah, so I actually got and I never used it.
Our nurse Laura says kids are drinking hand sanitizer now.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard of that.
The same thing because the alcohol. But I was
talk about being proactive over COVID. That's being way too proactive.
I got the Listerine. You can get non-alcoholic Listerine, and
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Whoever your guest was in here, Tom, obviously doesn't use Listerine, but it's it's a little.
Brian Biggerstaff.
No, I'm just kidding, Brian.
He's calling you out. Brother. Well, congrats to you. Try a Zoom meeting or something. Don't just like say I'm done. I'm cured, because you're not drinking now, but there was a reason. There was something making you drink. So try to get happy without the alcohol.
Get down to the root to it. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow if you got a few minutes.
Sure. All right, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
See you, buddy.
Bye, guys.
I was talking to we were talking. Driving over here, do you wear your seatbelt, or are you one of those that don't?
No, I always wear my seatbelt.
Okay.
Constantly.
Are you planning on wrecking tonight? Are you planning on driving like a bat out of hell? Are you planning on getting hit? No. You wear it
to protect me from the other yahoos out there.
Do you pay insurance on your house? Did you
everything? Yep.
Are you? I mean, I paid insurance for prevent lightning strikes, and it was a sunny day today. I have no belief that that's going to happen, but I'm doing these meetings. I don't think I'm going to drink tonight, but I'm doing these meetings. I'm talking with people. I'm doing my meetings. I'm reading. I'm doing whatever I got to do. It's insurance for me, because I don't know when the lightning bolt's going to hit my house.
Right.
I don't know when I'm driving, when I'm going to get plowed into by a thing. I wear my seatbelt. I'm planning on it happening. But if it does happen, there's a chance it will happen. I'm going to get in a wreck. There's a chance.
As a reminder, because you will forget. And then you hear one of these new guys come in, he says lost his job, lost his car, lost his marriage, or wife. It reminds you too when you hear stories like that, like you said with Kyle. So like hearing you rather hear Kyle's story than talk to some doctor who's never been a drunk. I
want to be ready. I want insurance, because there's going to be a time when I'm not prepared for something's going to happen. Losing a dog, losing a job, whatever, something bad that's going to make me want. And if I don't have the insurance, I'm in trouble.
Kat a call here and see if she picks up.
She your DoorDash person?
She is.
Cool.
Hey, Kat, it's Tom Mabe and Jeff Graham from
Oh, hey,
Sober
how you
Talk.
doing?
How are you doing?
Okay, let me turn my thing down.
She said,
Yeah, how you doing? I'm
good,
ready.
well. It said, you said you're on the comments here. It says that you're you got a life coach now.
I'm getting a life coach as soon as I find a good one.
Can you find the volume button on your computer and turn that down? Because I'm still hearing me delayed a little bit.
Sure. I'm going to go in the other room.
Sit down.
Turn the headset down.
No,
or something.
me. Turn
Oh,
mine.
which one are you?
I don't know. It's your stuff.
Yeah, you're on speaker too. Let me take it off speaker.
Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah, got you. You're good.
You're good. So, Kat, how you been?
Okay. Well, you want me to just tell my story real quick?
Well, we've heard your story once.
You
Just
know
kinda
about the dry drunk and all that?
Yeah, no. Well, just kind of tell us how were the holidays with you? Because if I recall, you don't do meetings or anything like that. You just quit, correct?
When I was 20, I quit when I was 26 years old because I almost killed me and my friend.
That's right. Your car went into I'm not
We
sure.
ran into
that's your-
3 spins, 360s.
And you say you're a dry drunk. How did you fix the dry drunk part?
That's what I'm working on now. Because my whole life I've been depressed and everything else. See, when I was 15 years old, my family had me on psych drugs because I was a very angry teenager.
So you started self-medicating.
I was on stelazine, thorazine, and tofranil, and then I would drink and smoke pot on top of that. That's some heavy fucking drugs.
And
it's no wonder I even have a brain.
And you don't. But you're a self-drunk, but you've never fixed it.
Yeah, right now I'm working on fixing it because I got my counselor.
Good.
And I'm getting a life coach, and I'm on medicine now for my bipolar.
Okay.
And the PTSD.
Nice.
So, but I'm going to get off most of it. Because they just changed my price to $70-something for my damn prescription. I can't afford that shit.
Yeah.
I'm on Social Security. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
hey,
okay.
is your life coach? Is he or she working with you as far as alcohol issues as well, or just strictly?
Or that may be her counselor. You say you got a addiction.
Well, I didn't get one yet. I didn't get the life coach yet. I'm interviewing. But I found out my regular counselor is an addiction specialist.
There you go.
So when I presented it to her that I thought I was a dry drunk, then she changed her whole approach with me, and she is definitely helping me now.
No,
that's what you need. I went through 35 days in a row, all of December and 4 days of January, in my room, depressed with the windows. The curtains closed, and I didn't take a shower for 35 days. I didn't eat. I didn't drink. I didn't come out of my room. It was horrible. It was torture.
And when was this?
This was this December that just passed, and 4 days into January.
You did not take a shower.
I only came out of my depression. I only came out of my depression. Huh? Yes.
If anyone's wondering, that's what I not fix the problems that cause me to want to drink. So that's what the definition, if anyone's wondering what a dry drunk is, it's someone that they're abstinent from alcohol, but they're angry. They're angry. They're not content. There's two parts. I can, there's the it's so hard to put, but the problems, I do have a problem with alcohol. When alcohol enters my system, there's something that kicks in. My body goes into mode of wanting another and another and another, and it never stops.
You're freaking addicted.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I quit when I was 26, and I had no withdrawals at all because I was determined not to turn out like my dad. My dad was a functioning alcoholic for many, many years, and then he married a girl from Costa Rica, and I think she put some kind of drugs in his food because he started vomiting when he would drink, and so then he ended up quitting drinking, which I wish my mom would have thought that.
It might have been the
she saved her marriage.
It could have been the abuse issue. Who knows?
Well, I never fixed the problems. I was able to stop drinking, and that fixed the physical craving
Right.
part that kicked in when I drank, but I did not fix the problems that made me drink because it was I was
Exactly, and that's
drinking
what
to
I'm doing now.
bury my anxiety, drinking to bury
Exactly.
my stress, whatever. I mean, the list goes on, and everyone's got a different list.
Yep.
But quitting drinking does not. That fixes a part of the problem, but does not fix. I'm still going to be upset. I'm still going to have a need. I need a need that I solved with alcohol, but now I don't have the alcohol to solve it.
We self-medicate, and again, second time in this show, we're restless, we're irritable, we're discontent.
Yep.
And drinking
yes,
is just
I
a
am.
symptom. Yeah. Well, that's you're self-medicating, and I think when you talk to your counselor, who you found out, which is wonderful, is an addiction specialist, speak with her about that. Kat, it's always good talking with you. I didn't realize we were.
Okay, cool.
We almost didn't realize we were.
I don't want to take all your time. Go ahead.
No. I love hearing your voice, and I'm glad you're doing well. I'm
doing good now.
Keep fighting, Kat.
And I'm glad you stepped out of your depression.
I'm never giving up.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, there's there's the bipolar, the clinical depression. And then there's I'm depressed because I'm not handling my problems. I think there's a little bit of a difference between the two.
Right.
Right. And
well, I'm glad Kat. She sounds like she's really on a good path.
She does.
And that's good. She struggled with some depression and a lot of stuff that I struggle with. But your medication won't work if you're drinking. You do know that. So let's call. We have one more. Let's see. We're gonna call. Our next guest is definitely, she needs to stop drinking. She's wanting to stop drinking, but she can't seem to jumpstart her sobriety. Let's see where she's at right now.
So many jokes, I'm not even going to go.
Hello.
Hi, Jen. It's Tom and Jeff.
Hi.
Hey, Jen.
Hi.
Jennifer.
How are you guys?
We're good. How are you doing? Tell us what's happening. How are the holidays for you? With I know that you've been struggling with you jump starting your sobriety, and so what's happening in your world?
Yeah. I tried to do it. I tried to white knuckle it, or whatever you call it. I tried to do it on my own at home. Yeah. It's hard.
It's brutally hard.
And you shouldn't try it. I mean, as much as you're drinking, if you're, from what you've told me, I mean, you could die.
Mm-hmm.
You can die from detoxing. You need to do it the right way. You need help.
Yeah.
It also makes it so much it just makes it so much easier. You go into these facilities.
Well, you have to want it, and I worry about everything, and I'm like, oh my God, like I want to be around anybody with COVID. I have a dog. I don't know if he's going to get properly taken care of. There's all these excuses.
You won't be around to take care of the dog if you don't fix yourself. There's a way to you can get those problems can be handled. COVID, they're these places are going to take care of you, but it makes it. Yeah, you got to be the one to decide. You got to be the one to get in there.
Yeah, I think we can find with our network of people in this area.
I've already decided.
But they make it much easier though. There's they make you comfortable and
I've been to rehab before.
Oh, okay, good.
Maybe. Okay.
So what's your plan? Tell us your plan. You said you've already decided. What did you decide?
I know I'm gonna have to have rehab to get off the alcohol, and I keep doing the same thing, and I'm just I don't really have a plan.
Well, that was my problem. Is I knew I should, I knew I was going to, I wanted to, I hoped to, but it wasn't until I finally said, okay, none of that's working. I had to sit down and make a concrete plan, and I had to put out every step of the way, and make a plan, just a step by step to get it done.
What are you gonna say, Jen? Jennifer?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I get all that, but for me, it's sort of the same. It's just, I just feel like I'm stuck. It's almost like being in like quicksand or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, excuse my language. I feel like I'm stuck in this hole, and it's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Why will not not take that first step.
You're
to go
normal.
into
That's
rehab.
what's wrong with you.
And your addiction is
I
stronger
just
than you
keep
are.
on drinking. Yeah, it's fucking. Excuse me again.
So,
It's definitely way stronger.
well, I
Like-
think have
Me already.
well if when you die from alcoholism,
Say that.
well, I'll just
okay,
say
yeah.
if you were, who's going to take care of your dog?
Well, I'm not. My dog's really old, so.
I'm going through that too. Do you have any friends that are through it? Any sober friends that talk to
She
that?
lives in Jacksonville. We talk every now and then, but she's like 8 years. Or no, I'm sorry, 11 years now.
Have you
I met her when
looked
she was
at
a
any?
baby.
I know with COVID, it's
Yes,
tough to
I
find
have.
any face to.
I have a in Kentucky that I've looked at.
Yeah.
And so,
Because
yeah,
the people, I mean, I guarantee there's everyone that you
I
would
just keep
meet.
putting it off.
Everyone you would
know.
meet has been an exact. There's nothing
I've
you're
been in
thinking.
the shittiest. Okay, I've been at a halfway house. Okay, I've been around the shittiest of the shittiest. There's great people though that really want to help. You know, like they're like they want it. You know those people. You can kind of like see the ones that are doing it. Because they're being
Yeah.
forced to. Whatever. So, anyway.
It's tough. If it was easy,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be driving down here
Right.
with no gas money.
Right.
Again, no, that's if it was easy.
But
I
you
wouldn't.
would spend the money on the booze. and
Well,
not the
I
gas
wouldn't.
and
I'd be
shit.
doing an easier route. But there's
Yeah.
one of the things they say in AA, and I know you've heard this a million times, but we thought we
It's
could
okay.
find an easier, softer way until we let go and finally waved the white flag. And that was me. I don't want to have to do all that. I don't want to do all that work. I don't want to have to give up these things. And I don't want to have to talk to a bunch of
Yeah, but
sober.
when I compare like what I've done to get my next drink,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I think I could turn it around and do, the work because I worked really hard to get my next drink many of times.
Look, you're a very pretty girl. I mean, I'm looking at your picture here
Thank
on
you,
Facebook.
Tom.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Tom.
And here's a picture. Oh, there's your dog. There's your little buddy
Yeah.
right there.
Are those ears or pigtails?
Those are his ears.
and this is
He is
you and your
something special
son. There's
for
a picture of you and your son. He's a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
You got him. You got
He's
your dog. You
awesome.
got your
He
kid.
came over today earlier. So
How'd that go? How'd that go with your kid when he came over?
It went great. It went perfect.
Good.
Does he know that
Yeah.
you're in what you've gone through and
Yeah.
what you're going through?
Oh, yeah, that's why he's not here.
What does he say though, as far as to mom?
Oh boy, you told me about a text or email you got from him.
Yeah, I think I read it too. I think,
Oh yeah, it was.
or I sent it. I don't know. I read it on.
You
I
read
read
it. You read
yeah.
it to me, and it was you were crying when he sent it to
Very
you. It was
deep.
tough love. It was very.
Don't ever throw it away. Don't ever lose that.
Mhm. He wants me to get sober. That's all I'm gonna say. He wants his mom back. He wants his mom back.
It's tough. It's
I appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, it's a bitch.
we've all been, or we all
I'm gonna
are
kick
in
its
the
ass.
same
I'm
boat
gonna
of
kick its
just
ass.
You're going to
tomorrow.
have to. You're going to have to do something,
I
or it's
know.
gonna.
I know.
You're
I
too
already
young.
know.
Yeah, you're too young. Let's
Well,
get a
I don't
plan.
know
A plan
about
for your
that.
dog. A plan for your dog. A plan for what happens when you get out and everything.
Yeah.
And you have to. Boy, I just.
Is there something you can I used to think, what am I going to do tomorrow? What's the one thing? If I can do 1% more than I'm doing today, just anything in the right direction. And so many people, I was one of them, made the mistake of, I am going to fix my family life tomorrow. I'm going to quit drinking tomorrow. I'm going to start working like I need to, but I'm going to do 10 hours. I'm going to get up and run 8 miles tomorrow morning, and I'm going to eat kale for breakfast. It's not possible. It's not doable. And I'll wake up and roll over and say, "Kiss
Not
my,"
realistic.
you know what?
Okay, yeah.
But
exactly.
if my goal is just
Let's be
1%,
realistic.
Yeah, well, that's what we're saying.
One little thing.
One little thing. Yeah. So what Jeff is saying is you don't have to run
I
8
get
miles
it.
tomorrow, Kyle, or eat kale. But
I hope not, because I am gonna die.
Yeah.
but you do
Not
have
funny,
to
but,
do one. You do have to do one push-up tomorrow, and then the next day you do 2 push-ups. And
Yeah.
So.
I would like to be more attentive to my dog, like take him out more. We used to throw the ball, and I've noticed lately that I've let my alcoholism and depression overcome that, and I don't take him out as much. And
How will you feel if tomorrow you took him out and threw the ball twice? How would you feel at the end of the day?
I feel really good. I can do, if I'm going to take him out, I'm going to wear him out. You know?
But I'm just saying, a realistic goal of just
man.
doing something simple. And how would you feel at the end of the day? You'd feel
like
great.
taking a shower. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, getting up, cleaning up, showing up.
Yeah, instead of killing myself. I get it.
Yeah, make your bed.
Baby steps are easy to,
Yeah, baby steps. I agree.
Small steps. And
I appreciate it.
If someone said if I jog 10 steps tomorrow, I'm not going to run a marathon. But if each day I jog 1 step further, which sounds like nothing, eventually I'm going to run a marathon. I will get there. It's
right.
It's
I love that.
It's just
I love
it's
that.
little.
Well, I'm getting really good at dart. I think. I'm just kidding. I'm playing. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Darts. Yeah.
That's exercise.
No.
It's
Well, I would love to see you. I'd love to see you take some steps.
My freaking arm hurts. And I'm like, this will work out.
All right.
But yes. I love you, Tom. Love you, Jeff. You guys are awesome.
Hey, great talking to you.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you so much.
Keep fighting.
I will. I'm not going to give up.
You'll get it.
I'm not going to give up. I will.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Bye.
Sometimes I just think people have to be ready. And I just, I can't, no matter what we say or advice, I wasn't ready until I was much older than what I should have been. I should have quit when Kyle was 31. And I just, I don't know what to say.
No one could have made me do it. No one, they could have threatened me. They could have encouraged me. It wasn't until I said I'm ready that I was ready.
Hey, real quick again, guys, KYSBestHemp.com, KYSBestHemp.com. Use promo code TOM30 and get 30% off when you order. And there's the website right there on the TV, KYSBestHemp.com, promo code TOM30. Jeff, it's a good show.
Fantastic.
Ours are like that. Guys, we love you. Thanks for hanging out with us. And if you want to be in the show, email us at sobertalklive@gmail.com. That is sobertalklive@gmail.com. If you feel like you need help, we have a lot of friends who know what the hell they're talking about and what they're doing. Email us, sobertalklive@gmail.com. So if you're really, really struggling, reach out to us or someone. Love you guys. Thanks so much.